Friends, welcome back to Loadrunner Advanced Training Sessions. Today we will be discussing about uh, string functions and their usage in Loadrunner. So there are a few functions which are very important. So those we are going to discuss today. Okay. So in string functions we have a couple of string functions. They are mainly string comparison, string copy, string concatenation, string comparison, string tokenizer, str. So there are many functions. Let's discuss one by one. Okay. So today we'll be discussing about string copy, strcpy. Okay, this is mainly C function which can be used in even in Loadrunner also. Okay. In the string copy function, let's click on F1 button. You will get help and we will get to know more information. What is string copy? It copies one string to another string. Okay. If you go to example, you will get couple of examples like how to do it. And here what they are doing is they are copying this text into full path. Okay. So likewise, we can copy this one into this one. Okay. So this is the character variable where we want to save this many characters into a variable. Okay. So let's see how to do it. Okay. So let me take one variable, char variable. Okay. So char, I will take name. Okay. I will assign 100 characters to it. Okay, and I will make it name where I want to store the value. This is my destination and I want to store the value called Loadrunner. Okay, and let's run it, and the value you want to see in the logs, right? So for that I will write lr message and percentages because that is string. If you want to string, then write name. Okay, so now that name value will be displayed in this message in the log. Okay, so let's run it. So this is the value which we can pass directly into the string copy. If you want other way also, we will discuss in later. Okay, now if you see here, the Loadrunner value will be displayed in the log. Okay, so now the Loadrunner value is stored in the name value. This name value wherever you want in your script you can use it. Even you can do it lr save string, and you can use it as a Loadrunner parameter, name comma. Again I will store that value into name parameter. Now the name value will be stored into the name parameter. This value you can pass anywhere, like normal correlation value or parameter wise. Okay, the same way we can do it. So this is one way of using static variable directly storing into here. Okay, now let's see the other example. I have one more variable called char star. Okay, I will take pointer variable. Okay, and I will write name 1 and I will pass some text into it. Okay, this class is related to string functions. Okay, so some text I will write. Okay, now this string I want to store into name 1. So for that what you have to do is take this value, remove this static text and pass this one. Okay, so now whatever data this name 1 is having, that data will be stored into the name variable. That name variable, what I am doing is, again I am displaying for your purpose to make sure whether the value is storing into the name or not. Okay, so let me maximize this one little bit so that we can see in the log. Okay, if you run this, we can see this value into the name variable. Okay, that value can be seen in the log. Okay, let's complete the execution and we can go ahead and see in the log. See, if you see this value, this is the value which we passed in the that variable. Okay, so Now this value is stored in the name variable. Okay, that way we can do it. If you want some correlation value, let's say I have a string Loadrunner parameter value also we can pass. So this value I will write something like this. Hi, this class is string copy. Okay, class some text, and I will store into a variable called what will give final value or something. Okay, now this final value is parameter. Now if you want to pass parameter values as a string here, you must convert that value into a evaluate string. You have to pass through eval string. You can't pass directly as a final value. If you pass as a final value, it will treat as a normal static value, not the parameter value. If you want to pass any parameter value, you must pass it as under this way. Okay, lr eval string, and here you have, right, you have to pass curly braces. So this way you have to pass it. Now this value, whatever value final variable the Loadrunner variable is having, that variable value will be stored into the name. That name will be displayed in the log. Okay, let's see that how it works. Okay, so we can do directly either using direct static values, or by using C function values, and or by using Loadrunner parameter value. Three ways we can store it. Okay, see now whatever Loadrunner value is parameter is having, the value, that value is stored under name. Okay, this is the way we have to do it. Okay, now let's see excuse me, I want to do one more string copy. Okay, strcpy, and this time I want to add some static value. Okay, name is Loadrunner or something like that. Okay, okay, so now if I run this, let me see again. I want to see what value it is now is name is having. Here I know until this point the value will be this one. Okay, now the name will have, until this place the name will be stored with this value. Hi, this is, so this is comment. Okay, now this, until this step the name is having this value, name equal to this value, so that everyone knows. Okay, now let's see if we do this step what the name will be having. Okay, so let's run it and I will explain what value, why it is storing like that. Okay, now the value will be name is Loadrunner. The final value stored is name is Loadrunner. Now in this step what it is doing is, so here name equal to, this is the value. Here what it is doing, no, here the value it is overriding. This function will override the existing value. So this function always string copy will override the existing value, whatever values if it is having before this function. Say let's say name is already having some value right here, that value will be removed with this value. So that value will be removed and this value will be replaced in the place of this one. So always string copy will override the existing value. That is the main thing you should know. Okay, don't ever use string copy if you want to concatenate more than one value. If I want to have this value as well as this value, then don't use this one. This is not the right function. Okay, so if you want to add all the values to this string, to the big string, then don't use string copy. For that we have to use string concatenation. Okay, so this is all about string copy function. What it does is simply it will take these values and it will store into the name variable. Okay, that variable you can use as a, by using LR message or LR output message, you can display in the log, or you can pass into the some of the Loadrunner script. Okay, so this is all about string copy function. Now let's see the string cat function. Okay, so now, okay, so here I am using string copy function. Anyway, first time I am storing this. Hi, this class is string copy class. Now the value will be stored here as this one, right? So that we have seen already. Now here I will make it as string cat. Here what it does is, this function, it won't override this function. Okay, this function will append the value to the existing values, whatever values it is having already. Let's say, for example, name is already having this value. Okay, hi, this is class is string copy class. Okay, now that value will be there, and as well as this name is Loadrunner value will be added to name. Okay, now the name will have this one as well as this one. This is the output you can see in the log. So let's run it. Okay, let me do one thing. I will put breakpoint here so that you can see here. Okay, and I will put one more breakpoint here, one more breakpoint here. Okay, so let's run it. Okay, we can see it will stop here. You know, right, what is the meaning of breakpoint? It will stop the script here until you click on run. It won't go away. So now it will be stopped here until you click on run. It won't go to next step. Now I can come on the log, and now I can't see it because it is stopped here. It did not execute this function. Now it is executed. Now the name value is having this one. Okay, now it has to execute string cat function. Now what it does is, it won't remove existing value, it will just append this value to the existing value. So that is the beauty of this function. Okay, so if you see now, the final name will be having this one. See, hi, this class is string copy, and space class name is Loadrunner. So this value will be stored. Now I want to pass some other value also, this name one value also, so to the string copy. Okay, for that again copy the string copy function here and pass here as the name one. Okay, you know, right, name one. So now this class is related to string functions. This value will be stored. Okay, let's see that one. How to see that one? Again use LR message and you will come to know that. Now this name will be having first this value, then next time it will be appended, and next time this value will be appended. So all the values will be keep on appending. So like that, string copy always appends the values. It won't remove the existing values. It will be keep on adding the values to the existing value. Okay, so that is the use of string copy function. See, first what it does is string copy function. First simply the string value will be stored into this one. Later the second value will be appended, that is class name is Loadrunner. Third, this is related to string functions, that value is appended. Now sometimes you want to, after using your script, you want to make this name as empty, right? Means you want to free that memory, you don't need to have that one. So for that what you have to do is string copy strcpy. Okay, just give two double quotes comma name. Now what it does is, it will remove all the values and it will keep it as empty. Now if you see this, after this step the value string name will be become 0. Okay, there won't be anything because you are making empty string. Sorry, it should be reverse way, it's not this way. Name empty, pass empty value. Okay, run this. So finally you can see the string. Finally see what happened, the name is empty. If you want to see exactly name value is, you can write like this also, name value is, okay, right there like this, because you will come to know really it is empty or not. Okay, now here also I will pass name value is. Now the name value will be this one. Finally name value will be 0. Okay, so now we can see that way also. Likewise use this function to make your string empty at the last. After end of the action you can keep this one, then it will make empty every iteration. Okay, so that your value will become 0. Okay, see the name value is, nothing is there, but in the previous step you have until this value. Okay, like this you can use string cat for concatenation. If you want more information, go to F1 and you will come to know the strings. Concatenate the two strings. This value from value will be stored into this two value. So likewise you can use string copy. Okay, string cat. So now let's go to string comparison. That is very important function which will be using most of the time. Okay, so let's go to remove everything. This time we will discuss about string comparison. Okay, so strcmp. So for that I need two strings, right? Char star. I need two string values. Name equal to Loadrunner. Runner, comma, name again star, name 1 equal to Loadrunner. So I have to write both the strings as it is. Then I will compare strcmp. For string comparison you should use function called strcmp. So what the name 1, so I want to compare name to name 1. Okay, so it will return 0. So you can take integer I. I want to see which value it is returning. It always returns integer values. Okay, the return value always is int. Okay, so that is the reason I want to see LR message. So for integers %d, you know, right? So pass I. Okay, so you might be knowing this. For digits we will use %d, for strings percentages. Okay, so now the I value should be written as 0. If both values are 0 same, the I value should be 0. So if you see in the F1 for help, it has some written values. If you go little down, string compare string 1 2 and string 2 determine the alphanumeric order. If both are same, okay, here you can see the written values. If string 1 and strings 2 are same, it will return 0. If string 1 is less than string 2, then it will return less than 0, means negative number. If the string 1 is greater than string 2, then it will return greater than 0. Okay, so now the both values are same, so it should return 0. Okay, so let's see in the log what it returns. Okay, so let's run it and look at the log what it has written. It should be 0. Okay, because both the values we have mentioned as the same. See, the return value is 0. So now I want to pass only load. Okay, now string 1 is greater than string 2, so then it will be greater than 1 or greater than 2. Okay, so because string 1 is obviously greater than 2, right? So it will mention both greater than 5 values or 6 values. Okay, after load whatever number is there, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 values, it should return 6. Name 1 is big, so it should be 6 value. Oh, only 1, so it has written 1 value because it is saying greater than this value, so it has written 1. If you pass load runner, now string 2 is bigger than string 1, so now it will be negative number, -1 or -2 or whatever it is. Okay, so likewise. So this way we can see -1. So mainly when we will use this function is for writing if conditions. If strcmp string comparison name comma, or you can write directly also. If you want to pass something, write load runner or load comma second string again load. If both are same, then the return value is 0, you know, right? So if both are same, the return value is 0, then lr underscore message both values are same, both values are same. Okay, else again write else loop, both values are not same. Okay, both values are not same. Okay, so if you run this, now we can see both values are same here, because load and load both are same, so it should return both values are same. Sima, what you got? Both values are same as the output, so it went inside the loop, and what it does is this if function, if both are same, it returns 0 equal to 0, right, always. So this all function returns 0, already we saw here. So this both are 0, where it is either returning 0 or -1 or 1. Okay, so if both are 0 equal to 0, obviously true. If it is true, it will come inside the loop, or if it is false, it will come outside the else loop. Okay, now let's make it load 1. Okay, so load 1 is not 0, right? So it obviously has to go to else loop. So now it says both values are not same. So both values are not same, so it went to here, it did not compare. So even if you give capital letter also, it will be different output, because it should be case sensitive. If it is small, it will treat as same. If it is capital letter, it will return different values. Okay, so if you compare this way also, you can see both values are not same. So it should be always case sensitive, both values should be either uppercase or smaller case. If you want to pass load runner parameter values, like no lr save string, I will make okay something load runner comma name, I will pass again as a name variable. I am passing load runner variable called name. Again I will copy same thing, I will keep it as name1. So now I have two variables, name and name1. If I want to pass here, you can't pass them directly here, you have to write lr evolve string. Okay, because this is C function, it can't directly understand that load runner variables, so that is the reason you have to pass this way. Okay, so let's copy the same function here. Okay, and let's compare the values. Now I want to pass this parameter names in the brackets. First name will be name and second name will be name1. Okay, so this way also. So now both values are same, it should go and return the both values are same. Okay, this way you have to pass parameter values, load runner parameters. If you want to do, this is the best way to do it. Okay, So now if you see both values are same, it has been written. Okay, if you want to change these values, let's give Loadrunner 1 2 3. Now it should go to both values are not same. Okay, like this. Okay, both values are different, then it should give both values are not same. Like this mainly we will use string functions in our, whenever you use WebReg save function or something, right, that time we have to use this function. Okay, so now I can use one of the value in our one of the script. Okay, let's take this request. Okay, in this request I will pass, this is our Loadrunner request, right? So let's go here. I will paste here. Okay, and I will use web reg find web tools. Okay, so let's use web reg underscore find value find function. Okay, and use text equal to web tools web. Let's try for only web. If it is there, then I will write save string. I will write that value into a text check 1. Okay, so if the value is found, then it will return 1. How many times, what this function does is the save string, how many times this value found in this response. If it has found 10 times, then 10 value will be stored here. If it is 10, then we can write string function. If this value greater than 0 or 0, then pass it. Okay, if it is no value is found, then it will return 0. Okay, let's run this one time. We'll see how many times this text value is found. Okay, for that what I have to do is I have to pass extended parameter data written by the server, then only it will parameter substitution, because that is Loadrunner variable, right, save string. So if you want to see Loadrunner parameter values in the log, you must enable extended log parameter substitution, then only you can see this value. Okay, invalid argument number save string. It's not save string. Okay, go to text check ma. Okay, so we can go to here and see what is the value. There are many examples. Okay, so better we can go here. I can see in the argument section, so list of arguments, right? So go to here, you can see the list of arguments. Okay, text suffix search save count, sorry, not save string, it should be save count. Okay, save count equal to, so how many times this web value is there, that many times that value will be stored. So now the web is found 10 times, the save count will be 10. If text is not found, then compulsory it will return 0. Based on that we can write the code. Okay, because server is not on, so that is the reason it has failed. So let me go and on the server. Okay, Loadrunner server, see there is text count is 0, so you know that there is no value, then it will return 0. If there is something, it will return greater than 0. So for that you will write beautiful function string comparison. How to write? Take the text check here, so LR save string text check 1 0, right, it will return 0. whenever it returns 0, 0 equal to 0, it will be 0. So both text will match, so it will return 0. Then whenever it is true, you have to write negative condition, because 0 means it is not matching, right? So you can say not found the value, not found, or no found the value, something like that. Or if you have transaction, pass the transaction here, fill the transaction there. Okay, found the value. So likewise, okay, before this what I have to do is I have to start the server. Okay, let's start the server. So now the server is started. Now if it returns some value, then we will see found the values. Okay, likewise we can write the function. Yeah, now it is running. It may found the value and it will return something which can be seen in the logs. Okay, so that we can see here. See ma, this value is found 8 times, so that is the reason found the values. It went to, we found the value, right? So that is the reason we have seen found the values. If you remove this, we can see not found value. Okay, it should return now not found. If I stop the server, it won't see any value, then it should see not found. Okay, it should return not found. I think it won't come to this down because it will fail error itself. Okay, so because it doesn't found any value, and it is not hitting the server also, right? So for that what I will do is I will give some negative condition. I will on this this one. Okay, now I will go to script. I will give, instead of one web, I will give ABCD. Anyway we know ABCD won't be found in the direct ABCD in the response, right? So it should return 0 because ABCD is not there. Save count will be always 0. Okay, so it will return the 0 value. Yeah, it has opened the page and it will go to next step, and we can see the value as not found. See, text check equal to 0. So what does it? 0 comma 0 always true. So it entire this function becomes 0. 0 equal to 0 always 0, right? So you can write this way also, string comparison. Okay, this is one of the beautiful function where we can use string comparison. Then the very important function we have seen many, even in file class also, str length, string length function. Okay, so see here I have used string length, right? That function also we'll discuss now. So now let's go to, this is all about string comparison function. So let's move to string length. Okay, now I have name function. I want to find how many values it is having. Okay, so now I can store that values into I variable, because I again it returns always length. Length means number only, right? So that is integer. So I equal to str length name. Let's pass name. So we'll come to know the length of C variable. Okay, so now simply write lr message. Okay, and pass percentage d comma I. Okay, now the I value will be displayed 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So total values are 10, so the string length should be 10. Okay, that we can see in the log. See 10. This is, if you pass name 1, it should be 11. Okay, it's same. So this is very simple function where you can use string length. So this we can use in if condition. If string length is greater than 0, then pass it or fail it. Likewise you can write again if else condition. Okay, so this is for characters. You can pass directly some string also. So this is my string length class. If you want to find length of this all string, then you can find it. So just simply pass here directly static value. It will find the value and it will store the value into the I variable, and that I variable will be displayed in the down. Okay, so this way also we can pass. This is static value passing, this is Loadrunner value passing, and the other one we will see is parameter, Loadrunner parameter value, how to pass. Okay, now 23 values total. Okay, now if you want to pass Loadrunner value, then lr save string. Okay, I want to pass something, same this value, Control C. Okay, comma, I will use some name variable. Okay, this is C variable. If you want to pass C variable here, you have to pass LR eval string always. Okay, that is very important, please remember. LR eval string, double quotation, semicolon, bracket. Okay, pass this one. Okay, let's keep this one in this line. Okay, now this name value will be stored and displayed in the log. Okay, this way you have to pass. Loadrunner values means you must pass in the LR eval string where it is expecting. Yeah, you have to write close semicolon, this one bracket. Okay, so this is all about string length function. Okay, see total value is, so that is the reason you are seeing here. This is Loadrunner parameter, right? That is the reason you are seeing parameter value. So this is the value and this is the length is 16. Okay, this is the function where we will use to find the length of the string. Okay, now let's go about string lowercase and uppercase. So let's take LR save string variable save string and pass it as this. Okay, and make it as name. So this is the string and I am storing into a variable called name. That name I want to see into capital letters. Okay, so for that what I will do is LR message, okay, %s string comma str lowercase LWR lowercase. For that again this is Loadrunner variable, right? LR eval underscore string. Okay, so pass it as this way. Here you should pass name. So now this name will be, so already this name is in lowercase, right? Let's make it this. So now this is capital letter. Now this function what it does is it will make this this name variable to lowercase. Now we can see the lowercase value this here in the log. Okay, so this is all about very simple function. So something is, yeah, one more function we have to close it for str function. Okay, so we have opened 1 2 3 curly braces, we must close 3 curly braces in the down. This is LWR means lowercase, UPR means uppercase. So Sima, now the capital value has become small value. Okay, now string UPR uppercase. Okay, let's write this year it should be uppercase. Okay, before this we can check help also. We can see here what did this mean by. Okay, so lowercase uppercase help, it's not coming. Let's go to str stru let's go down str string functions. We can see why strlwr string lowercase. Okay, let's go to string manipulation functions. We can see here. Okay, let's minimize this one for now. String cat we discussed, string comparison, string copy. This is duplicate value. It will create duplicate string if you want. stri comparison means case sensitive. It should be case sensitive performance. String length we saw, string cat, string comparison, and now we are discussing about string lowercase. Where is that? Yeah, string length we discussed. Yeah, now we have to do string tokenizer. String lowercase str string uppercase string UPR or something. I'm not sure exact function. I'm not in my mind. str it's very slow. So it's taking too much time, so let's wait for that. Come on, str okay, str string. We have many functions. Let's go down and see. LR string, LR string, all functions. Where is str? Yeah, string cat, string duplicate, string time, string lowercase. Okay, string character. Okay, there is no uppercase, only lowercase we have. String lowercase converts this string to lowercase. String concatenation, string comparison. So I think there is no lowercase uppercase, so we have only lowercase value. Okay, so sorry that is my bad. I thought there is a function for uppercase. Okay, so this is all about string functions, and there is two more important functions, str and string tokenizer. For those functions we will discuss next class, because it's already this we need to explain little bit more details, so that is the reason I am moving to next session. So let's discuss other values. If you need more information, go to F1 and type str. There are many functions. Str char, you can find the pointer of first occurrence. You can go through many functions. I am only discussing main functions which are mainly using in our day-to-day activities. Okay, so we'll be mostly using str function, str tokenizer, string copy, string length, string comparison, string concatenation, string lowercase. So these are the few functions which we'll be using mostly. So let's we'll be discussing about str and str tokenizer. This is very important. Most of the interviews they will ask this question, so I will explain you in detail in next session. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe and let others know, and please like it if you do like the video, and please let others know by sharing. Thanks for watching. See you in next sessions. Bye for now.